Aries, what's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? What is good with you? It's time for your weekly check-in. We gonna see what's going on with y'all in the first week of October. October week 1. So, it's a weekly check-in, so it's just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you need a personal reading, all you got to do is go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But I do have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. All right, let's see how the energy's looking. How's the energy looking, universe, between Aries and their situation and the person they're dealing with? How's it looking? How's it looking? How's it looking between Aries and the person they're dealing with? Let's get 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Oh, 5 of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups. Man, wow. Hold up. So it's kind of looking like, this is what's confusing. It's looking like a love offer is being made. But is there some kind of blockage here? 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, both reversed. I'm sorry, 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, both reversed. That's some kind of blockage here. That's weird. I don't recall a time I've ever seen that come out like that. That's weird. So let me give you an example, and this is just an example. I'm not saying this is how it's going. This is just the first thing I can pull off the top of my head. So let's say y'all parted ways because something really bad went down between the two of you, right? And now, like, everybody in your corner is against them, and everybody in their corner is against you, right? So your friends and your family don't want to see you having nothing to do with them. Their friends and their family don't want to see you having nothing to do with them. It's like both sides, you know? And then a love offer is being made, but it's like, ugh, what are we gonna do? Oh, my friends and family will tear me a new asshole if they find out I'm fucking with you. And the same on the other side. So that's a blockage. That is a huge blockage. Now, again, that's just an example. That's the first example that comes to my mind. Nay, I guess that could be the case for some of you. But that, if you understand the energy behind that, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like a love offer being made. Man, there's something standing in the way. Big time. Big time. And the 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands reversed, 4 of Wands reversed. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, and then the 5 of Wands reversed. Wanting to avoid some kind of conflict or drama. Jesus Christ, Batman. Well, if I may just put my 2 cents into it. This isn't tarot advice. This isn't, well, I guess it's spiritual advice, but this is the way I look at life. If I was to find myself in a situation like that, I would be thinking, well, it's kind of looking like the universe is trying to work against this. It doesn't really look like the universe wants this to happen if there's that big of a blockage here, you know? That's just me, though. Let's see how this person feels about you. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions? Hopes, dreams, and expectations? King of Pentacles. Well, the King of Pentacles may be a lot of things, and he may be a lot of good things, but driven by his emotions is not one of those things. So and the Hermit. That's actually the most badass Hermit card I've ever seen. Isn't that cool? Looks like a ghost. Is that a ghost? I don't know. That's a pretty badass Hermit card, though. I was wondering if this was going to come out. I was wondering if that was going to come out. So, yeah, I was wondering if that was going to come out. This is a classic case of I have no other options. So it might as well be you. That's what this looks like. Ace of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles. Ten of Cups reversed. Come on now. Yeah, now, if we want to go back to talking about the blockage, right? Hey, it don't matter what the blockage is. If two people are willing to go David Goggins on a fucking soul contract and a connection, ain't nothing gonna stand between the two of you. But all it takes is one person not passionate enough to do whatever needs to be done to overcome the blockage, and it's gonna fall apart. I love that. That happens all the time, dude. As I'm speaking it, the next card comes out for it. The Tower. Love it when that happens. So, yeah. Okay. Doesn't really look like they're 10 toes in. I wouldn't say that. Could be a Leo. Who do I got here? Let's see. I got Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Page of Wands, Ichabod Crane. This is the Sleepy Hollow deck. All right. Well, I guess let's get the advice. What's the advice? Straight out the gate. Eight of Cups. If the Eight of Cups comes out as advice, you know what that means? That means it's time to walk away. Let me see if I can meet you in the middle, though. See, Three of Cups reversed again, man. There's somebody else in the picture here somehow, some way. I don't know if it's somebody that they're messing with on the side or somebody they would rather be with if they could or what. But there's somebody else's energy in the picture here. Now, I don't like just straight up telling you to walk away from something. I don't like doing that. Okay, so here, let me give you a little example of what I'm talking about. Here over the past couple of months, I've had two specific clients who have been coming to me all year, asking me the same questions about the same person. And I keep telling them the same thing. And one of them even told me, I didn't take your advice last time, and what you said was going to happen, happened. And then they said, should I try it again? And I'm like, both of these people, they're two totally different people, but it was very similar. I ended up telling both of them the same thing. Yeah, maybe you should. I think you should. I think you should. That's why I don't always like telling you to just walk away. Because if you didn't learn anything from the situation, walking away isn't really going to fix anything. You know? I promise you, you're just going to end up going through the same experience with the next person that comes in. You're just going to end up in the same situation, the same scenario, same everything. You're just going to be looking at a different face. That's all that's going to happen, I'm telling you. You know? So, The only thing I'm going to say is this, and I hate to get cliche on you. Y'all know me. My real followers know that I do the best I can not to be corny and cliche, but sometimes there's no other go-to piece of advice, but actions speak louder than words. I'm telling you, I know that's cliche as fuck, but it's true. Okay? If you're dealing with somebody and it doesn't really seem like they're willing to do whatever it takes to be with you, don't listen to their words. Put earplugs in. Watch them. A philosophy that I've been living my life by for the last 10 years. 10 years ago, this year, 2015, was where it all started for me. Right? The universe kicked the tower over on me. I lost everything and went and lived under a bridge for the last half of 2015. That's where my path began that led me here. You know what philosophy I started living by? Once I found myself under a bridge eating out of a trash can. From now on, I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm not going to try to fight anything. I'm not going to try to manipulate anything. I'm not going to try to force you to see things from my perspective. I'm not going to try to talk sense into you. I'm not going to sit and rack my brain trying to get you to understand what I want you to understand. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want. When you let somebody do whatever they want, they'll show you what they want. When they show you what they want, first of all, believe it. Second of all, respond accordingly. That can be a painful path to walk. Oh, at no point did I ever say it was easy. But I don't know, since I started walking that path, I bypassed and avoided a lot of meaningless, unnecessary nonsense and bullshit. And in regards to the whole love thing, I eventually ended up making a beeline straight towards my divine life partner. I'm going to let you show me what you want. And when you show me, I'll respond accordingly. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You're not going to walk away from something until you're ready. And I argue that you shouldn't walk away from something until you're ready. You are better off repeating the cycle over and over and over and over than just blindly taking my advice if you don't truly understand it. Okay? All right, let's see what to read next. I did your love interest last week, didn't I? Or did I do what's coming in for the singles? I think I did your love interest. So let's just see how the energy's looking for the singles. Anything good coming in? Anything bad coming in? Anything coming in at all? How's it looking for the single Aries? First week of October. Whoop. I don't know why both of these came out. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them there. And some of you, Knight of Wands reversed. Maybe, and this is a specific message, maybe some of y'all are dealing with somebody at the workplace that kind of seems like they're trying to come in and is sending mixed signals, and you can't really tell if they're flirting with you or if they're just being nice or if you're just overthinking it. I know that's really specific, but there's not really too many other ways to read that. Two more shuffles. There's one. And two. Temperance. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I mean, it seems like you're really trying to remain patient and balanced when it comes to figuring out a situation with somebody that you can't figure out. I think there's somebody confusing the shit out of you. And I got a lot of workplace energy here in this spread. Doesn't have to be. But I would say that actually most of the time when I see this kind of situation come through my personal readings, about 8 times out of 10, it's usually a workplace situation. Doesn't have to be though. But it seems like there's somebody kind of confusing you, whether it's a coworker or somebody in your circle of friends, you know, and it's kind of bothering you a little bit. Kind of bugging you a little bit. Overthinking it, it's weighing on you, and it's weighing on you very heavily. And you can't tell, is this person trying to flirt with me? Do they have a crush on me? Are they interested in me? What's going on here? You know how sometimes somebody will start acting like a little overly friendly, and then you step back and you just start watching how they behave with everyone else. You know? And then you're like, well, they don't do that with anybody else but me. And I don't know about you, but I've been in situations like that where I'm very, very analytical. I am an introvert. I'm a loner. I have spent my whole life on the outskirts observing humans. And that's one of the things that led to me being able to do this for a living. Understanding human energy and behavior. But I've been in situations like that where it's like, you ain't acting like that to no fucking body else. Nobody else. I'm watching you for weeks. Well, obviously you're flirting with me. So then I'll go ahead and give in and be like, hey, you want to go hang out sometime or something like that? No. And then you start getting all weird on me and acting all. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Those are people playing fucking games. Oh, there are people out there that'll play games like that for some, I don't know what's going on in their little fucked up head, but yeah. So this is kind of driving you a little bit nuts. Is what it's looking like. All right, some of you dealing with a Pisces. Anything else here? Nope. Oh, Sagittarius, okay. Could be anybody. Again, those are just energies. All right, let's see. Now I'm curious. I'm curious about their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Every time, dude. Every time. Seven of Pentacles. See? I was wondering if one of these was going to come out. That right there tells you everything you need to know. Honestly, I think they're playing mind games with you. I think so. I mean, I was just telling you my experience. That wasn't my way of saying that that's what I think is happening. But that's what it's showing here. The same thing that I've experienced. Every time that ever happened to me, somebody playing mind games, you know? So, yeah, man. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. And usually it stems from some sort of insecurities. Like maybe they see something in you, like they see something in you that offends them deep down inside because they feel like you're too good for them. And they've invented this situation or scenario in their mind where they want to make you feel the way they feel just because of some shit they have going on in their own head. All right? I know that may sound like completely fucking psychotic, but believe it or not, that kind of shit happens a lot. A whole lot. You know that 90 to 95% of the way a person treats you is projection. That's just across the board in life. People always want to make you feel the way they feel. Always. Always. So, have you ever met a person who's really, really happy? They're really motivated and uplifted, and they're just a fucking happy person. They want to make you happy. They want to motivate you and lift you up, right? You ever met somebody that just feels really stupid and insignificant? They want to try to make you feel stupid and insignificant. Across the board. So when somebody's playing mind games with you like that, trying to play with your head and leave you confused and damage your self-esteem, and it's because that's the way they feel about themselves. It is true. That may be a little bit cliche too, but it is true. It is true. I used to, like back in the day, I used to think that was cliche, you know? I used to think that that was just something that people said just as a quick scapegoat for somebody they disagreed with. No, it's true. It is true. People want you to feel the way they feel. So let's get the advice here. How much time we got? Okay. What's the advice for Aries? What's the advice for Aries? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Uh-oh, be careful. This could create a karmic tie. But these situations are challenging and difficult to deal with. They are. I don't really think there's one, like, across the board piece of advice that you can use when dealing with a person or a situation like this. I'll tell you what I always did. Anytime I've ever found somebody, for any reason, playing mind games like that, you know, just fucking with you, and just to lift themselves up, make themselves feel better about themselves, to try to push you down lower. Once you get that first inkling that they're just playing a mind game with you, you just go ice cold. You just go ice motherfucking cold. Figure out what reaction that they're trying to extract from you and just cut it off and go cold. It's hard to explain how to do that. It's hard to explain. But when they start realizing that they don't have an effect or an impact on you, they'll eventually end up feeling stupid and embarrassed and just walk away. Usually, it's never failed me. It's never failed me because, you know, mind games and just playing games with somebody in general only works if the person is playing into it. You can't play a game with somebody that's not playing along. So stop playing along. Don't do it. Don't feed into it. Don't give them the reaction they're looking for. Don't let them trigger you. Don't show any frustration. Just rise above it and just cut it off. It's hard to explain how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, I don't even know if I can tell you how. But that is what'll choke off the life source of that demon, and it'll clunk over dead. Because believe it or not, like I said, playing into a game like that can create karma and could ultimately negatively impact the trajectory of your path. Weigh you down, hold you back, and make your energetic pathway into 2026 rougher and more bumpy and rocky and slower than it needs to be. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.